All right. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. I want to thank, first of all, uh, Brendan Costello and Eamon Wall and TJ English with Irish American Writers and Artists for asking me to do this. Well, Brendan Costello did. Eamon Wall and TJ English mean so much to me over their years, their work and support. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. I'm going to start out with some poems, or I'm going to read some poems today about Ireland and read some poems about the Irish American experience. And I'm going to start with a piece called The Only Picture of John Hogan. John Hogan was my mother's oldest brother in Ireland, in Nina, County Tipperary. And so this one is called The Only Picture of John Hogan. Excuse me. Give only hauntings from Ballycom and ease on the old road to Coolaholiga. And then forget it, for he will riff a jig on a Honer mouth harp, spin around for the Galway races, and get centered at the Tipperary horse show. Go on then and forget about the murder, the body in the ditch just off the side of the road. Consecrate the bones then. The trampled bicycle, the picture of what really happened. What we know is never. What we know is his wife raising 6 young children. What we know now is lineage and lines. The words as testaments for children and grandchildren, as weeds, as wildflowers, and the violets pursuing the dreams of Violet Bank. For returns will now question in absence, will report all drownings and destructions at sea. Whose face is mine I see, whose face is my son's, whose face becomes a desire, a reason to leave? He will remain as I remain when I first left, when I become all vestiges of home. Excuse me. This next one is another Tipperary poem. The famine pot again. Hidden now with crows on the back lot, or a chain link fence to climb. To get our footing for up and over and in remains bronze or cast iron. To off gold and blue with a simple placard, famine pot. Nina Workhouse or Tipperary blues for a taste, and then on into it again, where one could crawl all big enough. While my mother said from the grave, no more, no more, or a whisper only, from a permanent existence, one that believes and craves the hunger, no more. Clay pipes for every mourner. That ditch now, once to become or lie down until all ceremonies are none, or simple smoke rising for the end of it all. We will crouch down too until the rain fills us and the mist like blue smoke for our carrying on. The old gaol, the old prison, Sisters of Mercy, Nina, County Tipperary. To speak Irish is black and stone now, that turns to rusted skeleton keys, for spinning round as if I could taste the rain that gets me here, and see their empty ink bottles full with their golden nibs, remembering the why of it all, and the new but forgotten catechism that's remembered in this sanctity of another's place. The Fianna. If the dream became only images of fighting, then let them go at the outside or other worlds to protect a land we love or at least know is a calling for a welcome home or welcoming home all who know the way, so gone into only mist, rain, and stone. Class, or not class. Irish swans. How I couldn't once begin to notice, to grieve now all these decades, all these years. I couldn't once begin, then in a way, they must have gone away, once and then to ashes, to ashes, to bones. How I couldn't once begin to notice, to grieve and let them go to become once again. The broken Hennessy bottle. Let obsessions with a teetotaler's fate remain stranded in the image or shining like diamonds and emeralds for a drinker's hand. But what of the drunkard or alcoholic? Perhaps the lifting and toss, the flying now through this paradise of air, the simple smash on an endless beach, or priceless desert stones with a thirst to come or a thirst finally no more. The green crow. Turf to fly over, or return to Ballycom Coolahalaga. For bog-centered, bog-contented could remove to Gowl, the prison or famine pot. As he stirs, I stir all ingredients and words to become someone or something else tomorrow. All right, one more, and once again, happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. And I hope you stay safe and well. And once again, happy St. Patrick's Day from El Paso, Texas, here in West Texas. A glass of porter. This is for my grandmother, Annie Hogan, my mother's mother, from Tipperary. I'm from a place called Coolahalaga that has been in my family for hundreds of years. Small farm. It's been in my family for hundreds of years, and it's still in my family. For Annie Hogan, my grandmother, a glass of porter. For those we never met, but hear the tales of 10 children in a 2-room thatched cottage and a husband, they whisper, with a problem with the drink. But so many had a problem with the drink. And one day he sent into town for his first son. Cornelius is sick. And in town, he ends up at O'Carroll's. And he's supposed to get the doctor, but the doctor isn't found or is found at O'Carroll's. And the Guinness is found, and the harp is found, and the Paddy is found, or the Jamesons is found, or the Bushmills is found, or Powers is found. And the trip home is forgotten, and the stories, always the stories that are told or never told again. Oh, grandmother, oh, Annie. You held Cornelius and waited, and your husband, William, never made it home, or the next day when he did, all hung over the boy, his first son, your first son, was dead. And every cairn or cairn maker, single stone carries his name as I carry his name, as I pray now for you, grandmother, your first son gone by the curse of drink. And the others would learn to drink too, like your other sons and nephews, like me, My brother and my father, who told me on his deathbed, son, you gave up the drink, you made me proud. Now get your brother to do the same. And this toast is for Annie Hogan of Coolaholiga of Tipperary, and the black holes of her husband's ashamed eyes, and how she forgave him one day, as I forgive, and how she learned not to judge as we should never judge, and how she never turned a stranger away who was hungry, who was lost, who was thirsty for to give, even if just a potato and a glass of porter is enough. Oh, grandmother, we have so much to learn in this new country, that we hold our lives well, our pledges to make it without the bottle, our obsessions with the bottle, our eventual risings from hell. So let the crows still sing your name as they did throughout Tipperary on your passing. Ah, yes, they said, Annie Hogan, a saint, all right, a spirit now that always gave, a woman now who always gives. Thank you and happy St. Patrick's Day.